Audiobooks New Zealand presents this unabridged reading of New Moons for Sam, Becoming Kiwi, Life of a New Zealand Diplomat, by Peter Hamilton, narrated by Paul Barrett. Mō te whānau katoa, Rachel, Chris, Fiona, Alexander, Cohen, Isla, and Isabella.
New Moons for Sam. Preface. Hello, kia ora. My name is Peter Hamilton, author of the memoir New Moons for Sam. I started writing this book initially as a record for my children and my grandchildren of my own childhood years and my 35 years as a New Zealand diplomat. But as I wrote it, I realized I was also telling the story of many hundreds of amazing individuals, people I had met in the course of 70 years. Members of my large extended family, all strong and sometimes idiosyncratic personalities. The rural and country folk going about their ordinary, if not extraordinary lives. The teachers who had such an impact on me at school. And finally, the kings, queens, presidents and prime ministers I met in the course of my diplomatic career. The memoir is in 3 parts. Part 1 is the story of a young English boy growing up on a farm in rural Devon and Somerset, and describes some of the adventures of farm life. The story then moves to rural New Zealand, the King Country, after our family migrated from England in difficult circumstances, facing the challenges, lows and highs of forging a new life in a new country. It is a migrant story that will be familiar to many thousands of others. I reflect on my years at high school in Hamilton and university in Auckland, with portraits of some of the amazing individuals who were my teachers. I then describe in 2 chapters my year as a young, rather naive 17-year-old volunteer teacher with volunteer service abroad, New Zealand's equivalent of the US Peace Corps, at a large boys' school in the Kingdom of Tonga in the South Pacific. My pupils were often much older than I was. My year as a student in still divided Germany with my wife Louise at the University of Würzburg near Frankfurt, I relate in a long chapter, and I describe our experiences of the democratic West and communist East Germany. Part 2 covers my career as a New Zealand diplomat working in the Ministry